Hey guys, hello there, hello there, hello there. Welcome to a comeback video after, I don't even know, it's been like 9 days or something of my absence. I have returned and it's mostly, this specifically, will mostly be an announcement video, but I want to turn it into a bit of a ramble as well for this week's video, which I will explain in a second. But yeah, there has been a lot of things that have happened in the past few weeks. The main one being the fact that I now have a full-time job. And I work from, it's not like it's a flexible time thing, it's a remote thing. I'm working in my own area of expertise in game design for a British company, indie company, and it's really cool. It's really fun. It's really an interesting job, and I get to do the things that I love, in essence, which I'm really glad about. It's a fantastic thing. I'm stoked to be doing it, and the games that we're working on and everything that I'm involved with is really fun and interesting to me. It's just a whole new frontier in a sense. And yeah, I'll talk about that a bit more later, but what that means for the channel specifically, that means that there isn't as much time for other things. Specifically in this case, it's unfortunately YouTube and this channel and working on ASMR specifically. And because of that, I'm going to have to tone down the amount of content that I'll be doing and putting out. I will be reducing it to one per week, which I know it's really sad, and I wish I didn't have to do it, but it's an unfortunate thing, mostly because I am fully employed. I am with flexible time and overtime pay and a lot of stuff that needs to be done. I'm still finishing university. It's my last semester, so I'll be finished in like June, I think. But until then, I am really limited in my time, and I have to reduce something. And since one of them is my start in the bigger picture of an entire industry, my entry into the industry, I can't take it for granted. I have to do my best. And on the other side, it's university, and I'm in my final year. I need to finish it, and I want to do it as fast as possible, so I don't have anything left off for later. And that just means that YouTube is left off. And some of you may have seen the community post that I made like 9 days or 6 days ago, where I said I was essentially so exhausted at one point that when I needed to film a video that I fainted. And it sounds more dramatic than it was, because I fainted in my bed, so it was fine. The thing was, I was literally just taking a break from work, and I set everything up. I set all the cameras up. I set all of it up, and I just felt really tired in a moment, and I literally just and fell down. Thankfully, I fell on my pillow, and I just slept. I slept and then I just woke up in the middle of like the night, and I was like, wait, my plan was, god damn it, I'm not doing it now. And that was an outlier, so it isn't something that happens often. I'm not that tired, like, ever. That was, I think, the first week of work or so, and it wasn't that I was like tired from work, like I was overworking myself. It was, I think, just the fact that I had planned that video on that day, and I think 2 videos specifically, and I had to do a bunch of stuff for that, and I had work, and I had to do something else for university, a really annoying task. So it just piled up on that day, and it was just bad. So it's not something that happens. I've never fainted in my life until that, and yeah, it just ended up being that, in that sense, that I needed some way to get more rest. I needed some place to get more time. I wish that I could work on all of this like in equal measure and still have time to rest and have some time for myself and everything, but it's unfortunate I just don't for the time being. So I have to reduce it to one video weekly. For those of you that don't know, my Patreon has been open for like 2 months now. I was supposed to announce it like recently, but because of this entire thing, I was literally supposed to announce it the week that I got my job. But because of the job, I had to delay it and everything, and I'll still be posting there. I still want to be relatively regular there, so it'll be 2 posts, 2 videos specifically per month. Yeah, per month. I'll see if that might also get reduced for the time being to just do the same thing that I'm doing here, just 1 per month. And the thing specifically for that is that for both, actually, for ASMR in general, is that I don't want to stop making this content. I don't want the channel to just stop. I know that there are a lot of you that just enjoy this content. I don't want it to just be a complete full stop and then return in like June and then start working at the same pace. I don't feel like that would be a good idea at all. I feel like a better thing would be to still have some presence, to still make some videos for you guys to have something during the week, even if it's not as much as it was before, and still have something to look forward to, and in a sense like have that connection still there, so it's not like just, oh, he's returned and nobody cares at that point. But yeah, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to continue at least a bit, and that's why I want to continue with both of those. But yeah, it's most likely, yeah, I think I'm going to be making 1 Patreon video and one Patreon video monthly and 1 weekly video on YouTube. I just have to reduce everything now that I think about it a bit more. And yeah, I hope that you guys will still enjoy it, and that and hopefully with that 1 video it'll still be, I'll try and make it quality content, not just like a 10-minute video, but like a 20-minute video of something that you guys enjoy. And on the other hand as well, if I at any point decide to make a short rather than a video, I'll try and make 3 to 5, because shorts are a lot easier to make than regular videos, so I can actually make a lot of them. But usually the problem with shorts is just setting everything up and getting to the idea. So literally getting the proper idea for a short is the biggest problem at times, because you know, I like for it to be creative, I like for it to be unique, and I'm not, especially now, I don't have that much time to brainstorm and get a bunch of ideas and search for what other ASMR artists are doing and such. So that just ends up being something different, you know. I want it to be different, and it ends up being like rare, like I don't do it that often. But yeah, those are the main things that'll be changing. And yeah, it's happening. It's unfortunate, but I hope to be back to a better schedule by June, and at the same time, at that point I should be out of my internship period in the company. Definitely, actually, if I stay there, or should I say if they keep me there, I should be finishing my internship period and being an actual full-time employee, like full employee, not full-time. But yeah, so hopefully it'll also be easier for me, because I'll have had the months in between to like get used to the workflow and get used to how everything works, how it fits me, how much time I have, when I should delegate that time, and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of things that have been happening. On the other hand, before I like talk about the work a bit more, I'm kind of sick. I've been sick for the last like 2 to 3 weeks with a really weird cough. It's all that I have. I'm sick just for the cough, and I read a lot of like snot and shit, and I constantly have to cough, and I constantly have to like get my voice to a normal, and cough out the snot and everything else, and it's kind of annoying, and it's really it's kind of annoying in general, like because I have to start constantly cough and do everything, especially when I have like meetings and stuff. But I manage it. But it's even more annoying for ASMR because, for example, this video has probably already been cut like 4 times at some point where I had to make a transition because I had to cough. Like really had to cough. It's not like I can stop myself. No, I literally, it forces me. It's really annoying because I really hate making these cuts and having to cross, because it kind of gets you out of the flow, and it's really annoying. So that's been happening. I have no idea what it is. I've been trying to drink teas, and I can't even rest up that much because of the job. But I'm still trying to rest when I can, and yeah, I hope that it'll stop soon, and that I'll be able to make videos normally again, and also function normally again, because it's really annoying. I know it's pollen season, and I'm sort of allergic or something, but it's just annoying. But yeah. And of course, the job is the most important thing that's essentially happened. It was a surprise in a sense. I have been looking for a job for I don't know for how long actually. I took like a break from my previous job, which was full time, but it was a lot less stressful in a way. And it had like a specific time period where you had to be in the office, and then you're done. And it doesn't really work that way now that I work remote, because there's like a timer and stuff. It's just different, and it was easier to manage in some way. But I had a break because I felt kind of burnt out, and I was working on games that I hated, that were really like boring and annoying and just cash grabs. But it was my entry into the industry, so I had to do it, and it helped me in a way. It helped me land this job, for example. But yeah, I was searching for a job for like 2 weeks, and I had almost given up. I was basically telling myself, okay, fine, there's no game design jobs that are remote. I have to learn programming, game development, something. I need to learn something to like get into my resume, to get me into the industry. And I had a friend that worked on Upwork. He did a lot of Upwork stuff as a designer. He tried to like get a bigger portfolio and do stuff that at that time. And he told me that I should do the same. And he found a job himself, like a full-time job. And I was like, you can find full-time jobs on Upwork? I did not know that, because it's usually not the case. And I was like, sure, fine, I'll give it a try. Why not? Worst case scenario, I don't find anything. I wasted a few hours. It's fine. And I ended up finding the posting for the job and a bunch of others. Nothing else that I was applying for. Even I never got a reply for any of those. But yeah, I was like, oh, this seems cool. And I read through everything. I read through what it was, what they were looking for. I was like, this is the perfect job for me. This is literally my skill set, everything I wanted in a sort of entry-level job. And I was like, this is fantastic, like awesome. And I asked my friend, and I was like, hey, is this the job that you applied for? And he was like, yeah. He said that he had no idea that they were hiring other designers, or that they'd left the Upwork position like open, and it was like, yeah, that's actually awesome. And he got me in touch with the CEO, the person that he worked with closely, and I got an interview like instantly. I mean, not instantly, it took them a few days, but I got the interview because he vouched for me, because I've worked with him for a while now, and I was essentially his mentor in a way. Which is always funny to me, because we're the same age. We studied the same things, but he always felt like I was better at a lot of stuff that we did in game design specifically, and he always kind of looked up to me and always like really liked to hype me up. And I was like, stop, like I'm not that good. I'm not like that fantastic. I'm like above average, I guess, or just average. And he just went off to the CEO, and he told him that like if he was looking for a game designer, that I'm his best option. And he was like, if you're vouching for him and they liked him at that point, then sure we can see how it is. I got the interview. I did the interview. I think I did pretty well. I mean, I am hired, but at the same time, my friend was already telling me what they planned for me to do, basically before I was even hired. So I was like, yeah, I'm hoping that it's just like a part of the process. But yeah, everything went great. I ended up starting, and the onboarding process was a bit long. I didn't get into the thick of things really that fast, because I really needed some time adjusting to everything. But now that it's been a bit longer, I've really gotten into it. Now I know what my role is, what I'm supposed to be doing, everything that's supposed to be done, and such. And it's gotten a lot easier, and it's gonna get easier as it continues as well. And there's just so many things that are so awesome about this job specifically. It's not just like the entire company is like structured in a very friendly way. I mean, I want to say to me specifically, but it's not to me, to like management in that sense. You have programmers, you have artists, you have management, which is designers and producers, and designers are often both the producer and the designer. So it was kind of structured in a way where he really wanted to get young people in that could work with him and start growing with him, and that he could nurture in a way, and give them the experience that they need. He literally told us that he really wanted us to be great designers. And whether it was with him or with someone, or with our own studio, or with a future studio or something, he'd be really glad if he saw us succeed. Because of course that would mean success for him too, and in the way that he works, and in the way that he wants to do stuff. And it's pretty inspiring when you see someone like that is like the CEO of a company that's working in a really open way, and really wants people to succeed, and not just somebody that's there for the money and everything that comes for it. Because he's not. Like, I know that's like that's what CEOs want you to think in a way. They want you to think that they're not greedy, that they're not this and that and this and that. But he's kind of different in the sense that despite him being the CEO, he doesn't really he doesn't take all the profits in that sense. Because he gets basically the same things, everything that's left off from buying licenses, from like making the game, getting everything, paying everybody, and all the stuff. So it's like, and he works the most out of all of us. Like, visibly, it's really visible that he's working the most. It's literally, there's like a list of like what we do, and the work hours, how much a person has work hours, and almost everybody has 40. And then there's him who has like 60 or something like that. And it's insane. It's absolutely insane. That's per week, by the way. Because of course it's his company, it's his idea. He has to be involved in a way. But yeah, it's just been fun. It's been really nice getting all of this. And if anything, something that my friend and I discussed a lot was just the fact that we, even in just this first month for me, my friend has been here for like a month and a half or something. We've gained more knowledge in this month or month and a half, or even just like in the first 2 weeks, than we have gotten in like all of our time with the previous company, and basically all of our time. Okay, maybe not all of our time in university, just because when we started university, we had nothing. We knew nothing. I mean, basically nothing. We knew very little about how it all worked. So we did get a lot of information from a lot of different sides, but specifically when looking at what your role is in companies, as like a game designer and a producer, it just really became a lot clearer. It showed us how the entire system works, how companies work, and it's just fantastic in that sense. So yeah, that is, I think, it for what I wanted to talk about this time. I hope that you enjoyed the ramble. I'll try and make the next video not a ramble, and actually like more ASMR-ish, because I know that rambles aren't people's favorite thing, so I want to make like more of the regular content, the mouth sounds, the anticipatory whispers, the close-up whispers, and everything else that you guys really like. And I will, just at a reduced pace, unfortunately. But yeah, for anybody interested in the Patreon, it's in the description below. I can't say that I recommend doing it now. Like, if you wanna support me on Patreon, go ahead. And if you want more content, then I'd recommend like waiting till June, when I might come back to the like 2 posts per month, 2 videos per month specifically, because I make other posts as well. But yeah, at that point, and I should be making I'm making the next Patreon video right after this. So that's just an FYI. It's supposed to also be a ramble, I think, but I'll think about it. I'll see what I'll do. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.